What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Bridging the Geekdoms. This is Free Talk, and yeah, how's it going? There's some interesting news that popped up today. Zack Snyder posted on his Vero that we were, or not we were, but that we are, that we are, that they appear to be starting additional photography. I know that there were reports last week, as I stated before, that I thought that I heard that they would not be starting last week, but it was actually starting this week. By Zach posting that clap report, it kind of seems like that is the case. Now, one thing I want people to take a look at, well, there's a couple things on there that are interesting. First off, it's the logo. If we take a look at the logo there, take a closer look, it has a little circle in there with a hammer and a spike. That is Zack Snyder's production company, Stone Quarry Productions. That is the logo for that. Very, very cool placement and really cool to see that on there. We can also see over on the right side of it, it says Zack Snyder Director. There's been a lot of talk and discussion on what that could mean. Could it mean director of photography? Could it mean of director of puppies? Director of what? Director's cut. At this point, we don't know. Fun to speculate, talk about, discuss. Have at it, everybody. So that's what social media is for, is to have fun and speculate on things. Let me know what you think it's going to mean, because I'm interested to hear. I want to see what you guys think it's going to be. I want to know what you guys are excited about when it comes to this. It's coming. It's starting. I've been throwing up on the Twitter all day today, little snippets and hints and just trying to get people excited. Instead of all the negativity that's been around and everything like that, let's get excited about what HBO Max and what Warner Media and AT&T did for us, because they did something that no one ever thought was going to happen, and as of this week, it's happening. They are doing additional photography for Zack Snyder's Justice League. Now, quickly on the name, it was reported last week and speculated on for many, many weeks and months that the title would be Zack Snyder's Justice League. That very well could be the case. I'm not going to sit here and say that's not going to happen. I don't have any confirmation on that being the case. However, don't be surprised and don't be shocked if the name is Justice League, the Director's Cut, because I am sure that there are legal issues preventing them from doing exactly what they want to do. However, that doesn't mean that they cannot market the movie and market the film as Zack Snyder's Justice League. Marketing can go any way. The official title, when it comes to the legal side of things, well, may have to be something completely different. So keep that in mind. All right, don't get so upset if we see it called just the Snyder Cut, or Justice League Director's Cut, or Justice League the Snyder Cut. Don't be upset at that, because there's reasons behind it, and I am sure that HBO Max and Warner Media, they're not going to stop anybody from saying, hey, we're calling it Zack Snyder's Justice League. So definitely don't think that it's a bad thing that it could be called something different. Have fun with it, though. Speculate. Talk amongst each other. Figure out what you think it's going to be. Is it really Zack Snyder's Justice League? What is it? Who knows? On to my second topic for today. There was an article that has been shared around social media for at least today. Looking at I forgot to look at the date of the initial article, but the one that references the first article was being shared around quite a bit today. You'll see another YouTuber, another person will be talking about this article. I don't know if it's going to be today, tomorrow, what have you, but looks like they posted on Twitter today that they are looking more into this information. I, on the other hand, let you all in on a little secret here. That article is a bunch of ridiculousness. It's a muddled mess of an article. All right. So the article basically states that Justice League 2 is already in development. Zack Snyder and Chris Terrio are currently writing the script, and it will be on HBO Max as a 4-part miniseries similar to the Snyder Cut. Now, this is coming from, and I'm going to give the name of this website. It's coming from Geekosity. I am not a big fan of that site. I feel that they just recycle old news as new, and I haven't seen anything come out of Geekosity, at least on this side of DC, that has been noteworthy as of late. And I know that there's been a whole big slew of controversy surrounding Geekosity and some other people over the past week, but I don't want to get into that. What I want to get into is the validity of this notion that there's a Justice League 2 in development. That's not wrong, guys. It's not wrong. This isn't just a one and done type of thing. There's a lot riding on the success of the Snyder Cut, but there's also a lot that has to be put in motion. I've talked about this time and time and time again. You can't sit there and say, okay, if this is successful, we will then consider doing Justice League 2, Justice League 3, or whatever it is. If this is successful, we're going to do Ben Affleck's Batman. You can't play it like that, because you have to schedule these people. You have to get these actors, these directors, these filmmakers. You have to get them all in line. You have to get them all lined up, because they are all busy. They're all A-list directors and actors and composers. They all have things that they have to do with other films. So you can't sit there and wait, because then by the time that comes out, by the time they consider it successful, you're waiting, 3-4 years, 2-3-4 years until that actually comes to fruition. So I've been saying Justice League 2 has been in the works, has been planned. So people don't fret. When I say that article is not 100% true and is not completely factual, I'm not saying that Justice League 2 isn't in the cards. It is. Justice League 2 is very much in the cards, and we will be seeing the rest of Zack Snyder's arc. But what is not factual in this article, which I will give a little credit to Geekosity, because they do kind of go back on what the initial report says, which the initial report states that pretty much the entire cast, or most of the cast, will be back, but they exclude Ezra Miller. And that, to me, just doesn't seem logical. Because if you think about it, Ezra Miller is a huge part of what Zack Snyder has planned. And we can discover that, and not discover that, but we can determine that not by anything that Snyder has ever said, not by speculation on what we believe the story is going to be. No, we can determine this by his scene in Batman vs. Superman. Ezra Miller's scene in Batman vs. Superman, where he goes back in time to warn Bruce of the impending threat, of what is happening, that plays out later in Zack Snyder's story arc. That's not going to be in this Justice League movie or 4-part series. That is something that was planned for later on. So we have to sit here and believe and know that there was bigger plans for Ezra Miller. If they're planning on doing a Justice League 2 without Ezra Miller, well, that's just ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Now, I've heard some people on social media say, well, they're doing that because of the ongoing ridiculous stuff that's going on behind the scenes with Ezra Miller, where he chokeslammed a woman. Okay, maybe that's the case. Maybe they are going to look at that as being a possibility. So, if that is what happened, and hey, Deej, I'm going to throw you up there real quick. What's up, Deej? How's it going? If that's the case, if that's what happened, if they're like, if Warner Brothers or Warner Media comes to Zack and says, look, here's the deal. Here's the deal. We do not want you to use Ezra Miller as the Flash anymore. Well, that would be compromising Snyder's vision. which is what everybody, including Zack Snyder, fought for not having to happen in the Snyder Cut. Remember, Zack Snyder's Justice League is uncompromised. It is unlikely that he would do the Snyder Cut uncompromised, and then when they come to him and say, hey, we can do Justice League 2 now, but it has to be compromised, I highly, highly doubt that he would agree to do that at this point. And I think us as fans, while it would be exciting to see the continuation of this story, should not want to see a compromised version of what Zack had intended, especially at this point. So that article is just all over the place. I have talked about it time and time again. Justice League 2, Justice League 3, Zack's arc. We'll just say Zack's arc is completely in the cards for HBO Max. Ben Affleck is returning as Batman. Now, this report also states that Affleck is returning, and then the editor-in-chief, or the owner, or whatever he calls himself of Geekosity, Mike Sutton, states that he is shocked that Ben Affleck is coming back as Batman for Justice League 2 because he thought that his Batman movie would essentially be his swan song, his finishing point. What? Like, what? This is a man that doesn't quite understand what is happening, that Ben Affleck's movie, Batman Project, that he wanted to do, was a continuation of Zack's story from Justice League. It would help bridge the gap of where Batman was, what he was doing between Justice League and Justice League 2. It would also help show and truly give us an understanding of Bruce Wayne and his mindset because of what happened with Robin, which would include the Joker. So the fact that he's going to sit there and say, I'm shocked that Ben Affleck will come back, is just asinine to me. Like, he's not going to do the Ben Affleck Batman project to then not be able to completely finish the character arc. The character arc is going to be finished in Zack Snyder's arc. What he's doing is going to, spoiler alert, it's leading to the death of Batman, the death of Bruce Wayne. So, yes, Justice League 2 would take place after Ben Affleck's Batman. But Ben Affleck's Batman is a continuation of what Snyder was doing on Justice League. I don't know, guys. I don't know how else to put it. I try to be upfront and forward with you. When I get as much information as I can, I want to give it to you as when I can and how I can. And that's all I've been doing. I've been giving you guys everything that I've learned. I keep giving to you. You then see sites and people trying to ride the coattails of what I say, which, you know, a lot of the information I get, you know, I hear from Taylor Murphy at The Culture Nerd or Matt from Lightcast, both who I consider friends of mine who have done an amazing job covering all this. So when you hear about a website riding the coattails of people like them, you know, I'm here to support what TCN and Lightcast are doing because I really appreciate everything they do. But these sites, these other sites, they're not supporting what they do. They're basically saying, hey, look at what we discovered. Meanwhile, this is stuff that's been said in the past. This has been done already. It's been talked about. But for some odd reason, they're making it new. I think it's a little ridiculous. I think it's unfair. And a lot of times, you can tell, like in this article I'm talking about now from Geekosity, that he has no godly idea what he's talking about. Let me know what you guys think about all this news. Are you excited about Zack Snyder's Justice League additional photography starting? I know I am. It's exciting times. I do want to just give you a little wink here, guys. Just keep an eye out on social media this week. I think we're going to have a fun time. I do. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So keep an eye out. Not sure when, But I say it could be anytime this week, possibly this weekend. We know Zack, I'm going to say this, we know Zack likes to be the first to show off characters. If there is a Green Lantern being shot in this additional photography, I think it's a good chance that we will get an image at some point in time. That is not me saying that it's happening this week. That is not me saying it's a definite thing happening. So don't take it as that. I'm just saying that Zack likes to be the first person to share images of his characters because he wants to be the one that shows them off, saying, look how badass this looks. And you can think about it. Look at Man of Steel. The first picture of Cavill as Superman. Look at Ben Affleck Batman. Look at Wonder Woman. He was the first to reveal these and release these images so he can make them look as badass as possible and not some ridiculous or idiotic photographer catches a pic or somebody on their phone grabs it and it's a horrible angle and blah, 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 that stuff. So just keep your eyes open, guys. I think we're gonna have some fun over the next few weeks here. I think it's gonna be a good time. And then before you know it, we'll have another trailer, we'll have release dates, and it'll be here, guys. Just stay excited, stay passionate. That is what I just want to keep pushing forward for everybody. I want everyone to stay passionate and excited. That is what I think is most important here. Don't get into fights. Stay away from the hate. Stay passionate, stay loyal. Make sure you guys check out spoilerverse.com. That's where you find my show, Bridging Kingdoms, all of my shows. We have some cool things coming up for you guys. We got a collaboration coming up for trailer reviews. I'm looking forward to that. I can't wait to tell more about that. I'm also exploring the idea of adding an additional show to my channel. So we'll see if that plays out. My work schedule's kind of busy right now. I'm working 2 jobs now. I got to make it work, though. I got to, because I love getting the content out to you, and I love doing this. Hit that subscribe button, please. If you're checking out this show, even if you're stopping by just for this one video, hit that subscribe button. That's all I ask. Come back every once in a while, see what I'm up to, see what's going on, and hit that like button for me. That'd be amazing. But with all that said, yeah, thanks for watching, and I will talk to all of you later.